Now let's see dictionary comprehension. So just like list comprehension, how it is able to create a new list by using dictionary comprehension, you can create a new dictionary without writing too many lines of code. So for example, here we let us say list is a list. From the list we want to create a dictionary. So one thing that you have to observe here is when we are doing dictionary comprehension, there has to be curly braces. There can, when you are doing list comprehension, it was square braces, right? So new key and new value can be generated for each item in the list. For each item in the list, you can do some operation. You can take this item and you can do some operation on the item and you can create new key and value. You will see examples, okay? And one more thing, here it need not be only list. You can create a dictionary from a list or a string or a tuple, or you can also use range, and also you can use dictionaries. Using any of them, you can create new dictionaries. That is called dictionary comprehension. Why is it called new dictionary comprehension? Is because you are creating a new dictionary. List comprehension means you are creating a new list, right? So like that you can create dictionaries. So let's see the next slide. So now, if you want to create a dictionary from an existing dictionary, you have to write like this: for key comma value in dictionary dot items. You have to write this items, otherwise you cannot iterate over it. So whenever you have to iterate over a dictionary, you have to write items. Okay. Now once you write items, okay, like this, dictionary dot items, key comma value in that, and if you write it for, then you can create new key and new value, and this new key and new value will be added to the new dictionary, new dict. Okay, we'll see examples. And similarly, you can also have a test condition, just like how you had if in the list comprehension, you can have if in dictionary comprehension also. We will see examples for that. Now let's try to do a program where we have 4 students with us in a list, and now I want to generate some score randomly, and I want to associate the score with each name as a key value pair in the dictionary. Okay, so what I mean to say is I want to generate random scores and associate random scores with each of the student as a key value pair. Key is going to be the name of the student, and value is going to be the score. For that we are using list comprehension. Okay. So we can loop over the list for each student in names. We are going to take that student itself as the key. So we are going to write student as the key column. Let's import random. We have to generate random scores. Let's import random, and this value is going to be a random score. So random dot randint. Let's say the number is between 30 and 100. Okay. Now what happens is a new dictionary will be created, and in the new dictionary, whatever is the student here, that is going to be the key, and the value is going to be a random number. Let's try to print it. Now you can see that some numbers are associated with the keys, right? With the names which are keys, some numbers are associated. Now what we will do is we will try to use if condition also, and from the existing dictionary, let's create a new dictionary where we are going to have students greater than 60 score. So we are creating again dictionary comprehension, curly braces. Now we are going to use the existing dictionary. See, from the list we created this dictionary, and from this dictionary we are creating one more dictionary. We are going to use the new dictionary, this old dictionary only, this one. the newly that created dictionary, and we are going to write items. So this is important when you are doing when you are iterating over a dictionary, you have to write items here, right? And the second thing is when you are writing key comma value pair in this dictionary, you have to have comma, not column. People generally do mistake over there. So it has to be key comma value in the dictionary. Now we are going to have if condition. If the score, whatever score is there in each one, if that score is greater than 60, then we are going to add that student comma score to the newly created dictionary for students. Student and score. Okay. So if you observe it, whatever student score we are getting from the student scores dictionary, if the score is greater than 60, we are adding them, we are creating a new entry in the or a new key value pair, and we are adding it to the past students. Let's run it. Now if you observe it, Balaji has less than 60 and Suresh has less than 60. So both of them are omitted and other two are written. So now in this example you understood how to create a dictionary from list and how to create a dictionary from a dictionary and how to use if condition. So that is the intention of doing these examples. Okay, thank you. Hi, now we want to take a sentence like this and we want to create a new dictionary in such a way that each word in the sentence is a key in the dictionary and the length of the word is the value. Key and value, the word and its length. Okay. So we are going to use dictionary comprehension here. So how do I split this sentence into words? There is a method called split which will take a sentence and split it into words based on the spaces. It will give you a list of all words. So actually we are using a list here because we are using split method. This split method will give a list of all words in the sentence separated, which are separated by spaces. It is going to divide at spaces. Now we got a list. From this list I want to create a dictionary. So you have seen this example, this kind of example. Now in the dictionary, word is going to be the key and the length of word is going to be the value. Okay, that's it. So in just one line you are able to write everything, right? So you are able to split the sentence and you are able to create word key and value pairs to be added into the list. Now let's print the result. Now you can see that the word and its length, word and its length, word and its length, all of them are there. Okay. Now let's try to take Celsius data and convert into Fahrenheit, which is in a dictionary. So let us say there is a dictionary like this. There is a dictionary like this, which is having day followed by the temperature in Celsius, and I want to convert it into Fahrenheit. How can we convert it into Fahrenheit? So again, by using list comprehension, we can do that. Okay. So how are we going to use list comprehension is weather underscore C is in Celsius, weather underscore F is in Fahrenheit, list comprehension, and now we are going to loop in this for key value. Let's say key is day and the value is temperature underscore Celsius. In this dictionary, you have to say dot items. Okay, whether C dot items. When you are iterating over the dictionary, you have to say dot items. Dot items. Now you have to say the key is day only. Whatever key it was, we are leaving it as same. But in the values, we are going to convert the value into Fahrenheit. So the formula is temperature into, I don't know, 9 by 5 I guess. plus 32, I guess. Okay, I'm right. So this is how we have converted the Celsius into Fahrenheit. Now, if I print weather F, you will see that. You can see that, yeah. So here there is weather in temperature in Fahrenheit. Okay. So these are the examples on dictionary comprehension. Okay. Thank you. Hi. In this video, let us see how to loop over a data frame, pandas data frame. So basically, pandas data frame, you can think of it like a dictionary. So if you know how to loop over a dictionary, you can apply the same method over the data frame also. And there is an inbuilt function for looping over data frame that will be more powerful. We will see all of that. So first, let's try to see how to loop over the dictionary. So we are using a for loop, key comma value. So this is how we have done in dictionary comprehension, right? In order to loop over the dictionary, same thing. So, but you have to say items. So whenever you want to loop over dictionary, you have to say items. Okay. Now let's try to print the key and let's see what are the keys here. So here if you see, keys are student and score, and student is a list of names, and then score is a list of numbers. Okay, so now if you see the key, you can see that the keys are student and score, they got printed. Similarly, you can print the value also. You can see that both the lists will be printed. Both the lists are printed. Okay. Let's now try to create a data frame from the dictionary. You know how to do that. We have seen that earlier also. Let's now import pandas. Pandas is a very powerful tool if you want to do data processing or data analysis. Pandas is very powerful. So learning about it is important if you want to learn Python. So pandas dot data frame. Now we want to create a data frame from the dictionary student date, and let's try to hold it in data frame. So now we got a data frame from the dictionary, student data. Student data frame is the data frame which we got it from the dictionary. Now let's try to loop over it just like how we did for dictionaries. Let's try to see how to do that. Let's try to print it once. We will see what is there in it. If you print it, you will get a table. So you are getting a table like this. So in the table, there are column names, student and score, which are actually keys, and the values are actually now the rows. And now we have index also, 0, 1, 2 are the indices. Okay. Now let's try to loop over the dictionary just like how we have done in case of, data frames. Loop over the data frames just like how we have done in dictionaries. Okay. So for each key value, just like how we are doing on dictionary, we are doing on data frame. But then it is not going to be very helpful. So again, you have to put items. In data frame also you have to put items. Now let's try to print the key. Now if you try to print the key, the column names are actually printed. Whatever are the column names in the table, they are printed. And let's now try to print the value. If I print the value, you can see that the names are printed, the student names, and the values are printed. Okay. So now let's try to do other kind of iteration where we can go row by row. Here we are not going row by row. We are getting all the elements in a column and all the elements in the column separately. Let's now let's now print it using other method, iter rows. So it is going to take the index and the row separately. So we are going to say index comma row in data frame dot iter rows. So iter rows is a method which is used to iterate over the data frame. So using this method, it is better than using the earlier method. Here you will get rows one by one. Now let's say print index. You will see the indices being printed 0, 1, 2. Let us say print row. Now here you will get actual rows. Okay, so here you can see that so one row is Sai 89, second row is Balaji 95, third row is Mark 79. So we got the rows separately here, and the name of each element is given. You can also access each element there. So here row is nothing but a data series. Each row is a data series. So you can access each element by putting dot. If you want to get only students, you can say dot student, or you can also put within square braces student and then put a double quotes. So you can see that you got students over here. Okay. And also if you want to see the row of Sai, you can do that. You can say if, you can print if statement here. If row dot student is equal to, let us say Sai, I want to only print that row, you can do that, print row. So you are able to iterate over the data frame, and you are able to print whichever row you want, and you can do whatever you want with that row. I am just printing it here. So you can see that Sai row got printed, where student value is Sai and score value is 89. And if you want to print the score, you can print only the score 89. Okay, so for Sai, the value of score is 89, right? So like this, you can iterate over the data frame. What I mean to say is, this is more convenient and is more efficient compared to the other ways of iterating over the data frame. You try to use iter rows. Okay, thank you. So you might have seen this in movies. When they are talking on phone, if they have to say a spelling, they are going to say it in Nato alphabet, Nato phonetic alphabet. So the Nato phonetic alphabet is here. It is available in the internet. You can check it. You can take it from anywhere. So A for alpha, B for Bravo, C for Charlie, D for Delta, E for Echo, like this till Z. There are all phonetic alphabets. So now the question is, or the program that we are going to do is, whenever a user enters some word, we have to generate the alphabets, Nato alphabets for it. So let's see the program output here. Now enter a word. If I enter a word, let's say Ravindra, then it is going to give me the Nato phonetic alphabet, Romeo, Alpha, Victor, India, November, so on like that. Okay. So this is what we want. So what we have done is, we have taken the alphabet and we have stored it in the CSV file. Let's see the CSV file. So the CSV file is going to have the letter and code. So letter and code are present in the CSV file. For each letter, what is the code? C comma Charlie, D comma Delta, like that. For all the alphabets, the code is present. Z for Zulu, Y for Yankee. So for all the alphabets, the code is present here. So now what I want you to do is, take this particular CSV file, convert it into a data frame, and from the data frame, you generate a dictionary, and the dictionary should contain each letter each letter as a key and its Nato alphabet as a value. For example, G colon golf. That is how our dictionary should look like. Now, once you have created the dictionary, from the dictionary, whatever input is given, you have to generate the Nato alphabet. Okay. So we'll go step by step. It is very easy. Let's go to the code. Now that you know about data frames and you know about list comprehension, doing this project will be very simple. Just few lines of project, because you know how to use data frames, how to iterate over data frames, and then how to use the list comprehension and all. We are going to use dictionary comprehension here. Okay. So first we are reading the CSV file by using read CSV. Now let's try to print how does that data frame look like. Now the CSV should be in form of a table here. So you can see that, go up, go up. Now you can see that there is a table. Important thing that you should know is the first column's heading is letter and the second column's heading is code, and anyway there are indices here. These are all the important things that you should note. In the data frame, there are indices, and along with them, there is a column letter which is containing all the letters, and the column code which is containing all the codes. Now, let's take the data frame and let's iterate over it. You know how to iterate over a data frame, right? By using iter rows. By using iter rows, we are going to iterate, and we are going to use the dictionary comprehension to make the dictionary. So when you are iterating over the data frame, the first one is always going to be the row index, and the second one is going to be the actual row. That is why I am writing index comma row. And you have to say data frame dot iter rows. Now, from the row that we have got, we are going to take the letter and the code. So we know that letter is present in the letter column, that is why row dot letter is used. If I use row dot letter, then I will get the first one, the letter, and then the code is present inside the code column, that is why I am saying row dot code. You can also say within the square braces letter, within the square braces code, if you don't want to use dot. But writing dot is more convenient. It is just like using the attribute. So now we have got the dictionary. Let's try to print the dictionary that we have got. Now you can see that a dictionary is created with letter as the key and the code as the value. Letter as the key and the code as the value, right? We did it all in one line. That is the actually advantage of using comprehension, list comprehension, or this dictionary comprehension. We did everything using one single line. Now let us say we want to ask the user for the word, to enter the word. Now we will use list comprehension here to get all the letters in the word. For each letter in the word, we can do list comprehension using a string. That is what we are doing here. Now taking each letter one by one. So there is one more thing, convert everything to upper. If you observe it in our file, every letter is in uppercase, so we are converting everything to upper. Now we are taking each letter in the word one by one, and then we are going into the dictionary, phonetic dictionary which we have created, and we are going to pass that letter to it. So now a new list is created. The list will contain all the codes for each letter in the word. So again, you see it. We have used dictionary comprehension and row comprehension, and just in one line we are able to write it, which otherwise takes 4 or 5 lines. Okay. I hope you are able to understand it. Otherwise, watch the video again. This is very important to understand. These are the features in Python, basic Python. Whatever we are doing is all the features in basic Python only. Okay. Now, let's try to print it. Enter a word. Now you are able to see all the phonetic alphabets for Ravindra. R, R for Romeo, A for Alpha, V for Victor, I for India, so on. Okay. So in this program we have used dictionary comprehension one, and the other one is list comprehension. And using both of them we are able to achieve whatever we have done. So if you have watched the earlier videos, it will be easy for you to understand these programs. Otherwise, go back to the earlier videos and watch them again. Thank you.